Hello everyone, my name is Maya Sandin and I'm currently a high school senior, and I decided that instead of going to college next year, I'm going to be taking a gap year. For those of you that don't know, a gap year is typically taken between high school and college, and it kind of gives the student a chance to take a break from education or explore other outlets or interests that they might have before tying themselves down to a college for 4 or more years. The first goal that I wanted to complete was to further my experience and my ability in Spanish. I've been taking Spanish classes for most of my life now, and I've always loved it. I'm currently in AP Spanish language my senior year, and last year I had the opportunity to travel to Costa Rica for 2 weeks, which gave me my first taste of travel and of cultural immersion, and I absolutely loved the experience. So hopefully during my gap year I'll be able to come out of it more knowledgeable in Spanish culture and fluent in Spanish. Secondly, since I knew I wanted to travel during my gap year, I wanted to make sure that I went back to Costa Rica. I loved it when I was there before. It's a beautiful country, it's full of happy, loving people, and they're working to reduce their environmental footprint, which I very much appreciate. I knew that while I was away during my gap year, I wanted to work for something that I really believed in. So I've chosen 3 programs that are almost definite, that are in line with my beliefs and with what I want to spend my time doing. The first program that I signed up for is called The Leap. If you'd like, you can read more about it at theleap.co.uk, but in a nutshell, it's a program dedicated to providing opportunities for students who are looking to take a gap year, which is perfect for me. They have programs in many different locations. They have options in Africa, South America, Asia, and the Caribbean, and they have a 6-week option and a 10-week option. So I opted to go to Costa Rica for their 10-week program. The trip will start in San Jose, Costa Rica, and then move on to Montepalo. So on the Pacific coast, I'll be working with ASFO to protect the eggs and hatchlings of the olive ridley and green sea turtles. After that, I'll be moving to the Montepalo cloud forests and doing environmental preservation work and educational projects so we can ensure that the forests will be protected for our future generations. The second program that I knew I wanted to do is called Safe Passage. Now, this program is located in Guatemala City, Guatemala, and they have the goal of providing women and children who are living in impoverished situations with educational and social services. So there I would most likely be utilizing my Spanish skills to be a teacher or a teaching assistant and help educate these children and mothers. And hopefully help them pull themselves out of their impoverished situation. And I'd be spending most likely 2 months in this program. Finally, in between these 2 programs, I would be woofing. So woofing, which is WWOOF, stands for Worldwide Opportunities on Organic Farms. So how this works is you purchase a membership, and then you gain access to a list of organic farms in the areas that you chose. So I have a Costa Rican membership, and what I do from there is preview the farms, kind of read about them, and choose ones that fit my skill set best and my personality best, and contact them to arrange dates for my arrival and departure. So once I'm on the farm, it would be functioning as a work exchange. So I would provide anywhere from 4 to 6 hours of work per day, 5 or 6 days a week, it can vary, in exchange for room and board. Occasionally, however, these farms don't actually have the funds to fully provide for their volunteers, so they do ask for a small fee to compensate for utilities or food or something, or ask you to provide meals for yourself on the weekends when you're not actually working on their farm. And I'd most likely be spending about 2.5 months doing this, and that could be on one farm for 2.5 months, or on 3 to 4 or 5 different farms all around Costa Rica. So all of these programs sound pretty incredible. I'm very, very excited for this opportunity. However, the price tag for working and traveling outside of the country for 7+ months is pretty high. The LEAP program itself costs about $5,000. The homestay for the program in Guatemala is going to cost up to $1,000, and there are other fees. There are bus tickets and plane tickets, travel insurance, work visas, food on the weekends, all these different costs, which all add up to about $8,000. So what I'm asking from you is to help me raise the remaining $5,000 that my family and I are unable to provide out of pocket. I'd like to remind you that I'm not going down to Central America to sightsee and sunbathe for 7 months. I'm going to be working and learning the entire time I'm there. I want to come back with the ability to further my knowledge in the United States and teach other people about sustainable living and hopefully work towards bettering our Earth with the knowledge that I gain. I'd also like to use my ability in Spanish that I'm going to be bettering to advance my career in college and post-college as well. So while I'm there, I'm going to be learning constantly. I'm going to be working in a variety of different places in programs that are helping to improve our world. Whatever you're able to donate to me is hugely appreciated. If all you have is $5, or if you have a spare grand lying around, I very, very much appreciate anything that you're able to give. I want to thank you so much for taking the time to learn about my trip, and I want to thank you for any support you can offer, whether that be monetary or verbal or some generic Hallmark card in the mail. I very much appreciate all that you can do.
Got two turntables and a microphone.